Edward Snowden wants to come home.
Or villain. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with one Edward Snowden, who is both revered and reviled.
Snowden knows he broke the law when he downloaded 1.5 million documents.
There's more if there is more to come after dozens of classified documents were leaked online and now circulated around the globe.
No, I don't think Mr. Snowden was a patriot. As I said in my opening remarks,
the Kremlin has granted Russian citizenship to U.S. whistleblower Edward Snowden.
It's been 3.5 years since Edward Snowden walked off to Russia with a vast trove of American secrets.
I'm going to take a very good look at it, okay? I mean, I've seen people that are...
All right, let's move on to one of the toughest interviews we've seen of NSA leaker Edward Snowden. Here's HBO's John Oliver.
Every day, more than 2 billion people use a social media app called TikTok.
I would not have done it if I didn't believe it was right.
We live in a digital world where powerful authorities or hackers can watch and learn everything about us, including that you're watching this video. Today, we'll talk about a man named Edward Snowden, who exposed secret surveillance programs conducted by the United States government. Edward Snowden used to work as a computer intelligence consultant. In 2013, he revealed highly confidential information about the National Security Agency, the NSA. He disclosed various global surveillance projects, many of which involved the NSA and the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, along with help from telecommunications companies and the European governments. Snowden's actions brought these surveillance initiatives to light. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press that bell icon. Now, let's get started. There was a big debate about personal privacy and national security because of what happened next. Before this, Edward Snowden worked for Dell and the CIA, and later he joined the NSA. However, he became unhappy with the programs he was involved in and tried to voice his concerns to his superiors, but they didn't listen to him. Feeling ignored, Snowden left his job at the NSA in Hawaii and went to Hong Kong. In early June, he shared thousands of classified NSA documents with journalists Glenn Greenwald, Laura Poitras, Barton Gellman, and Ewan MacAskill. These journalists published stories based on information in The Guardian, The Washington Post, and other media outlets, which made Snowden well known worldwide. He saw himself as someone trying to do the right thing, a whistleblower. But the US government saw him as a traitor because they believed he broke the law under the Espionage Act. On June 21, 2013, the United States Department of Justice accused Snowden of breaking the Espionage Act of 1917 and stealing government property. The US government also took away his passport. Snowden had planned to leave Hong Kong and go to Ecuador through Russia, seeking asylum there. However, when he landed at Moscow's Sheremetyevo International Airport, things didn't go as expected. In hopes of finding a safe place, Snowden applied for political asylum in 21 different countries. He claimed that the US administration, particularly then Vice President Joe Biden, pressured these countries to reject his asylum requests. Biden even called Ecuador's President Rafael Correa, asking him not to grant Snowden asylum. Ecuador initially offered Snowden a temporary travel document, but later changed its mind, calling it a mistake. Snowden criticized the US government for using citizenship as a weapon and employing old, aggressive tactics in their actions against him. On July 1st, 2013, in response to President Obama's promise to handle the situation, Snowden expressed his feelings, saying, "A leader's betrayal like this is not fair, and it's also not fair to punish someone without a trial by sending them away." Soon after, WikiLeaks revealed that Snowden had sought refuge in 6 more countries, but the names of those nations were not disclosed, as they believed the US government was trying to disrupt the process. Snowden clarified that he never intended to stay in Russia permanently. He had a flight booked from Cuba to Latin America, but his plans were foiled when the United States canceled his citizenship and he got stuck at the Moscow airport. Russia granted him 1-year temporary asylum at first. Later, his status was renewed for 3 years, allowing him to move freely within Russia and travel abroad for up to 3 months at a time. He wasn't granted permanent political asylum, but in 2017, his temporary residence permit was extended for another 3 years. However, now he has become a permanent citizen of Russia. He made it clear he doesn't receive any financial support from the Russian government. He has his apartment and income, and he lives independently. Snowden emphasized that he has never taken any money, accommodations, or assistance from the Russian government, nor does he plan to in the future. When people ask how he earns a living, he says he gives lectures. He speaks at events organized by American Program Bureau and other organizations. His talks cover topics like the future of cybersecurity, surveillance, consequences, and whistleblowing. Snowden mentions that he prefers a quieter life and doesn't enjoy going to nightclubs. He jokingly referred to himself as an indoor cat. No matter where I live, whether in Maryland, New York, Geneva, Tokyo, or Moscow, I always looked at screens because I found the internet fascinating. It has the potential for human connection, even though it can be troubling. I believe it's something worth protecting and improving. Knowing that the US government is spying on people, Snowden takes precautions with his cell phone. He tries to use it as little as possible and only when necessary. He uses a specially modified phone that he personally changed to ensure its privacy. He removed the microphone and camera so no one could listen or watch him without his knowledge. When he needs to make a call, he connects to external microphone through a headphone jack, so the phone works for him, not vice versa. He also advises being careful while installing software on your phone and being cautious about your apps, as many people have numerous apps on their phones these days. When your mobile phone is nearby, even if the screen is off, it can still record and listen to everything happening. This is a major problem we face today. We try to make rules and laws to control how data is used and protect our information, but these efforts assume that the data has already been collected. As we go about our daily lives, our phones, gadgets, computers, and even the technology around us are constantly gathering information about us. It's like pollution in the modern world. In January 2014, Snowden was asked in an interview about the possibility of returning to the United States to face charges in court, as suggested by President Obama a few days earlier. Snowden explained why he didn't agree with the government's request to return. The government's position was that there was no valid defense or excuse for what he did. If he shared any information with reporters he wasn't supposed to, that would be enough for the jury to convict him. The reason behind his actions wouldn't matter. He would still be arrested. Snowden mentioned that he would willingly go to court the next day if they assured him that the jury would decide whether it was right or wrong for the government to hide its illegal activities. That's the story of Snowden, a whistleblower. I hope you found this video informative. Now, I have a question. Do you think Snowden was right or wrong? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.